Hello guys, my name is Vedant. Welcome to another review of VCars. This is the Tata Tiago and this car is priced between 5 to 10 lakh in the Indian market. So I personally feel this is a great car. It has a 1.2 litre 3-cylinder engine which offers you a mileage of 20 km per litre. But I personally feel you should go for the Altroz because that's also priced in a similar manner and that has slightly more feature and it looks way more better than the Tiago. It's quite similar but the looks are better, the features are better, and that's quite practical. So the Tata Tiago can be compared with two cars, the Grand i10 Nios and the Maruti Suzuki Swift. Between the three, I personally feel you should go for the i10 or the Swift. That's entirely your choice, but those two cars are better than this. That much I can assure you, because that car has premium quality materials in the interior and those two cars look better and they have way more features like a slick infotainment system. Even this has a good infotainment system, but the infotainment system in the other two cars are quite slick. The Hyundai has the best infotainment system between the three, but I think you should go for the i10 or the Swift rather than this. Welcome to another review of VCars. This is the Tata Tiago and straight away we are going to be opening the engine way of this vehicle. So this is the current Tata Tiago, the present one, the 2021. It was launched in 2020 with a facelift. So this is the 1.2 litre engine which produces 63 horsepower and it gives you a fuel economy of 20 km per litre. Insulation right there. So this paint actually suits this car very nicely. It gets some sort of a treatment over here, plastic treatment, gloss black grille. Gets a tri-star treatment on the grille, which is actually there in most of the Tata cars these days. Halogen lamps, no projector headlamps, which is there in its competitor, the Grand i10 Nios. Halogen indicators as well and halogen fog lamps. It gets a sporty and aggressive front grille, which is very nice. It gets a chrome line which goes all around the grille, which is really good. It gets sharp and striking headlights. It gets gloss black mirrors. It gets LED indicators on the mirrors as well. Now these are absolutely phenomenal alloy wheels. The size of the tire happens 175/60/15, which is 1 inch bigger than the tire of Grand i10 Nios. That gets a 14-inch tire. So as I said before, this paint looks absolutely nice on this car. But yeah, the red, which is the fire red, which is available on the Swift, that's slightly better than this. This is way too loud. That's quite subtle and decent, and it's sporty as well. So 15 inches at the rear as well. Same size tires, halogen lights at the rear too. This is the reverse parking camera, and you know a cool part, I've not seen this in any other car. So usually the rear wiper washer nozzle is placed over here in other cars, but in this it's placed over here. So the water is sprayed upward. I'll get to that in a minute. Yeah, so it says Tiago right there. Unfortunately, you need a key to unlock the boot. There's no button over here. That's not quite practical. So I need to take the key and do it. That's not that practical. I didn't expect this from Tata. Yeah, so the boot is open now. Boot is big enough. Not that big of the Grand i10 Nios. That boot is slightly bigger according to me. It gets a 14-inch spare wheel. Okay, let's do one thing. Let's close the boot. You get a parcel shelf right there. Okay, let's do one thing. Let's close the boot. Yeah, and that's the key of the car. It gets a flip key, no push button start. This happens to be the top end variant, and there's no push button start and stop, which means there's no keyless entry as well on this. Whereas the top end model of the Swift and top end model of the Grand i10 Nios get keyless entry and push button start as well. So it gets a black bumper at the rear. Those are the reverse parking sensors. That's the reverse parking camera. The car looks absolutely nice from the side, especially with this paint on it and those alloy wheels, and get some sort of a black treatment over here as well. Okay, let's open the door. The doors open wide enough, not that wide of the Tata Altroz. The Tata Altroz opens exactly 90 degrees, which makes it easier to get inside. So the doors open wide enough, you get a bottle holder right there, speaker placement there, and a speaker placement here. The shape of the door handle is quite similar to that of the Grand i10 Nios. Let's do one thing, let's get inside. No height adjustable headrest at the rear. That's not there even on the Grand i10 Nios, it's there in the Swift. But let's get inside. So this car misses out on the most useful feature which is there in the i10, and it's not even there in the Swift, which is air vents, AC vents for the rear passengers. There are two AC vents for the rear passengers in the i10. It gets door handles, a handle to grab onto for support, but the size is quite small. You get a handle on both sides. You get magazine holders, no scooped out seat back, no height adjustable headrest as well at the rear. The legroom, I feel the legroom is quite better in the i10 and the Swift. Under thigh support as well, and the headroom is decent, yeah, but there's more headroom in the i10. Let's get outside. The front doors open wide enough. It gets gloss black treatment over here as well, and this car gets red inserts, red treatment on the interior as well. I'll come to that in a bit. So you get a bottle holder right there and some storage space over here. So usually most of the Tata cars have some Easter eggs here and there. So at the rear you get some animal prints over here, or something in the dashboard, some lion, etc. There are many Easter eggs. Okay, even this car has a Easter egg, I just noticed it. Talk of Easter egg, and there's one hook over here which is quite useful. You can keep handbags over there. This hook can carry 2 kg of load, which is quite decent. You can keep handbags over there. That's really nice. So I just thought of Easter eggs and there was one Easter egg. That's the towing hook of the vehicle. Let's do one thing, let's get inside the vehicle in the driver's seat. Let's get inside the driver's seat. Okay, so the doors open wide enough. These are the controls for the windows. This is for the window lock, the window child lock. And you know, even over here the switches are not illuminated, which is very ridiculous. It's not even illuminated in the i10 as well. Okay, so the knob to change the position of the mirror is placed over here. The exterior rear view mirror, it's placed over here. So as I said, it gets red inserts on the interior as well. So actually, from some angles it looks red, but when you closely notice, it's actually orange. It is orange. So as I said, it's key start. Let's put the key inside. And let's get inside. Okay, so you get some storage space over there. And you know, the best part in this car is that the horn has been placed in such a manner which is quite hard to discover. So actually that's there in other Tata cars as well. I'll come to that in a bit. Okay, let me close the door. And it gets a proper thing there to show if the door is locked or not. That's quite old school. You can push it down or push it up. That's old school. It does a full swipe up digitally as well, analog also. Okay, so this happens to be the horn. So yeah, that's the horn. That's really cool. It's quite unique. So as I said before, whenever you turn on the car, it does a full swipe up. So yeah, so I missed out on one feature. This car also gets a height adjustable seat height adjustable seat, but you can do that manually. So let's get inside. No height adjustable seat belts as well. So I'm lowering the seat right now. The instrument cluster looks nice. It's completely digital. It gets a flat bottom steering wheel, and the steering feels nice to hold. It has a good amount of grip as well, especially this part over here. It feels nice, and the size of the steering is also small, which is a plus point, and it So this car gets audio controls over here. This is to answer or decline a call, or for the voice assistant, or to mute. This is the mode. This is to change the track and to increase or decrease the volume. The wipers work really well on this car. It cleans the windscreen in no time. And I was talking about the wiper washer coming down from down at the rear. Let me show you. Just watch it in the mirror. You see that? So I have not seen that in any other car. That's really cool. So this car also gets an infotainment system, not as slick as that of the i10, but yeah, it's quite nice. It gets Android Auto and Apple CarPlay connectivity as well. No navigation system on offer. Touchscreen unit. It's slick, but not that slick like the Grand i10 Nios. So this car also gets the driving rear view monitor with adaptive guidelines, of course. So there are no adaptive guidelines available on the Swift or the i10. It gets a reverse parking sensors as well. Reverse parking sensors and reverse parking camera with adaptive guidelines. The resolution of the camera is very nice, but I personally feel the camera quality of the Grand i10 is the best among the three. So the instrument cluster looks really nice. It's a completely digital unit, and yeah, that shows the temperature of the vehicle. That's the fuel gauge, and that's the tachometer. You can browse to various information as well, the odometer, the time, date, etc. You can change the time as well, and you can browse to trip data, distance to empty, mileage, etc. So as I said before, it shows temperature as well. So as I said before, this car offers you mileage of 20 km per liter. That Tata claims to offer 20 km per liter. So that you get a lot of storage space over here. 2 cup holders over here, some storage space over there, and some storage space over here too. There's some storage space over there as well. And these are the AC controls, but there's no display over here. I misunderstood this as a display, but it isn't. That's not a display. The AC controls displays over here. So I increase the fan, it shows over there, and I reduce or increase the temperature as well, it shows over there. Yeah, so technically everything works from this system. This system handles the show, the air conditioning system, settings, music, etc. You can browse to various settings as well in this. You can go to audio setup and change the bass, balance, audio presets, etc. Let's do one thing. Let's do an audio test right away. The audio quality is quite decent, but I feel the i10 has a better speaker. The Grand i10 Nios has better speakers. So that's the USB port. Gets a 12-volt charging socket as well. I'm struggling to open it. Yeah, that's the 12-volt charging socket. Gets a glove box which opens from here. So I'm expecting some lions in the glove box. I mean the lion motifs in the glove box. Unfortunately, I don't notice any lion over here. That's actually there in other Tata cars as well. Lion or some animal over there. It gets a cool glove box if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that's the one. It gets 2 compartments, one over here, one over here. Let me put this stuff back in place. Okay, so it's completely closed. That's quite a hustle. So it gets red accents over here, actually orange to be precise. You get a ticket holder here. So this is actually there in high-end cars, but Tata has given it in the Tiago as well. And no mirror here, but of course you get a ticket holder. You get a mic right there if you're talking on Bluetooth. You get a mirror there. No auto dimming inside rear view mirrors, but the quality of the cabin is quite nice. There are hard plastics on offer, but the quality is really nice. I actually love the steering. It gets gloss black treatment over here, a flat bottoms, small cute steering, and it adds the sporty feel. It's quite thick, and the grip is also nice because of this part over here. The thick is, and it's quite thick and it's nice. It's quite light as well. It's light and soft. But the best responsive steering is the i10 steering. Yeah, so that's as I said, this is the AMT version. Reverse, neutral, drive. So that's actually not drive, that's A. So it says 1 automatic right there, and that's 1 manual. You can manually change the gears. That lever over there is for the wipers. I did the wiper test already, and that lever over there is for the headlamps. You can adjust the height of the headlamps over here, and you can turn on the fog lamps by pressing this button over here. So actually in the first I was searching for the fog lamp button over here or over here, because usually cars have it over there, but this car has it here. And this is for the center lock button. It's placed in the center. You get a light placement there. It gets a white light. That's very nice. No door, no handle to grab onto on the driver's side, but you get a handle on other 3 doors. Yeah, so overall this is a fantastic car. let's do one thing. Let's get outside. So that happens to be the key of the car. You can actually on the lights also from the key. So let's do one thing. Let's get outside. Overall, it's a nice car, but I personally feel the interior of the Grand i10 feels better, and it's luxurious and it's nice. And so whenever I lock the car, the windows close. I mean, the mirrors fold, and I open it, and those open as well. Yeah, so that's really nice. So let me know what are your thoughts about this car. And you know one thing about this car, as I said before, that the i10, whenever you lock or unlock, the car honks. That's not the case in this. Silent and neat. And there's some sound in the Swift as well. So that sound is there in most of the Maruti. So whenever you lock or unlock a Maruti, that sound is so common these days. You hear it on every single road. So yeah, you can actually mute it on the Maruti as well, but I'm sure you can mute it on the Hyundais too, the honk. But I don't know how to do it, not aware of it, but I know how to do it on the Marutis, but not on the Hyundais. So yeah, this was the review of the Tata Tiago. Hope you enjoyed it. See you guys in the next review. Bye. Thank you guys. See you guys in the next review. Bye.